Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are finally going to work on the home page. So yeah, let's just create a new group, name it as maybe view, and then we can further create a new group and name it as home. And then we need to create a new file and make sure it's a SwiftUI view and name it as HomeView. And now we can see that this screen has a V stack because it has elements stacked vertically, and then this first element, this is actually an H stack because it has this three elements in a single line. So we can start with a V stack and maybe use an alignment of leading, and then we can have a padding so that we have a space from both vertical and horizontal sides, and then you can add a spacer so that the H tag or the header that we are going to write, it's pushed to the top of screen. And if you want, you can just use a canvas so that you can see what we are building. I'm not going to use it because I'm running low on memory right now. So within this H tag, the first element is of course the menu. We need to give it a padding and then a frame because we want a background for this, so we have to use padding and a background. So yeah, this element has height and width of 36, so width of 36 and a height of 36, and then we can give it background color dot app gray color, and then a corner radius of 10 maybe. And then we have a V stack because we have these two elements which are stacked vertically. So we have a text that says current location, and then we further have an edge tag because it displays the location image, and then we have a text that actually yeah, this is the location name, so we can just go to the select this location name and then go to the content and copy it, and we can paste it now. And then at the end we have a spacer. After this V stack we need another spacer, and then we can write our user icon, and I guess it has a yeah, same height. We can use this frame on this user as well. So yeah, and for this current location, you can see in the inspect tab we have this typography where the font is, we are not going to use the custom font, but we are going to definitely use the weight and size. So size is 12 and weight is 400, and I think this is regular size or weight. So for the font, then we need to go to the system, we need a system font of 12, yeah. And for the weight we are going to use regular. So and then for this location we have 14 and 600. So font and then system and size is 14 and weight is 600, which is I guess semi bold or something, but you can Google this. It's better to Google this so you can know which weight actually represents which bold, regular. So it's better to Google it. But since this is just a design or demo design, so I'm not going to worry much about it, but it's better if you are working on a professional app or real world app, so it's better to know which sizes are accurately represented by semi bold and regulars, bold, etc. And for this color, you can see we have this um, color with this location, and then with this current location it has a different text color. So if you want, you can use this color, that's fine, but I'm going to use just a gray color with this one. So we can use a foreground color dot gray, and I'm going to keep the default color for this one. But if you want, I already let you know how you can use a copy a color from Figma to Xcode, so you can use a custom color as well, that's fine. So our header is almost complete, I think. Yeah, we just need a frame for our icon. Is 14 by 14, so we can use frame here, width of 14 and a height of 14, and that's it. So now you can see this whole hashtag is actually uh, it's taking maybe 40 or yeah 40 plus lines. So it's always better to write an extension, a private extension for your views, and then uh, instead of using or directly writing the code in the main body, you should write in a separate extension. So now we can just cut this whole hashtag from here and move it here. This is just a computed property, and it has a return type of some view. And in here now, instead of using this 40 lines code, we can just simply write header, and this is more readable, more neat. So now we can easily see that this home view has a header view and further elements that we are going to add. So this is the best practice that you should always follow. And then we have this second row, I would say, and it has the category and view all. So it's of course an hashtag, so we can write a text in here that says maybe category and then a spacer, and then we need a text in here that says view all, and then we need an image, right arrow. That's it. And for this category, let's just give this view all. It has a font of 12, font size 12, and weight is 500. So I guess we can use font dot size 12 and 1200, maybe medium, and we can use foreground color of blue because we already have this blue color in our extension, so we can use it. And for this category we have, okay, this is not this is the category. So the category has a font size of 18 and weight of 700. So font system size of 18 and weight, I guess 700 is, I think, bold. Now we have this row, so we can write another in here. Maybe we can name it as category row, or yeah, something like this. And then we can copy this or move this from here to this, and we can just write row. So now we have a header view, and then we have this category row. And further, we actually need the categories, so we are going to create a new file, a separate view for our category. So we can name it as category card view or something. And then we need a category in here. This is not going to have any value because we want the view that's going to use this category view to provide a value for the category. So for this preview, let's just fix it by using mock data service dot instance dot get categories, and we can provide the first element of the array. And with this category we have an hashtag, and within this hashtag we have I think first we have a category image, so we can use category dot image, and then we have a text so that displays the name of category. And for this image, let's just see the frame for the image. So the size, the height is 20 and width is 17. So we can use dot frame width of 18, maybe instead of 17.20 we can just use 18, and the height of 20. And for the category name, we have again a custom color, you can see, and 12 and 500. So we have font 12 and weight, I think, medium. Yeah. And then we can give a padding of 5, and then a background of color dot app gray color, and then a corner radius of maybe 10. Yeah. And while we are here, we can just write another SwiftUI view for the mountain, because we have mountain as you can see, we have this mountain below the category. So this mountain is just an image. You can see it's just an image, and then on top of that image we have an overlay for the text. So first we need a mountain in here of type destination, and then for the preview we can use we can use mock data service dot instance dot get mountains, and then the first element of array. So this is just an image, and then on top of this image we have an overlay, so we are going to use an alignment of bottom, and then for the content of this overlay we are going to have an hashtag, because we can see this is a VStack, of course, because it displays the title and the name, and then we have another VStack that displays the price and the criteria for the price, I guess. So yeah, okay, instead of destination it has to be mountain, because the name is mountain but the type is destination. So we have VStack with an alignment of leading, and then we have a spacer in here, and then another VStack with alignment of leading, and in the first text we have this mountain title, and then the second text displays the mountain dot location, and this actually is an hashtag because it displays the location icon as well. And then this second text, this second VStack has the text for mountain dot price or amount, and then a text that says slash person. Okay, the key is capital for the person. So now we need to, okay, then for this overlay we actually need to have padding, maybe padding of 5, and then we first need to write frame to use maximum width dot infinity, and then a background. It actually has a different background, because you can see it's this rectangle, it has this linear gradient, so you can use this gradient if you know how to use gradient. This is fine, and then this is the color which has opacity of 10% opacity, and then black which has almost 0 opacity. So it's fine if you want to use a gradient, and but we can just go with this gray color and reduce the opacity to maybe 0.2 or something. And for this title, let's just see. Okay, so this title has a size of 12 and font weight is, I guess, bold. So font dot size 12 and weight is bold. And for the location, you can actually create a separate view for the location, because we have this location and icon here, in here, and in here as well, so it's kind of repetitive, but we can just, for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to reuse it each time. So the size is 10 and 500, which I guess is medium, so font dot system size 10 and weight is, I guess, medium. And then this location, I guess, has height and width dot frame width of 10 and a height of 10. And then we have this $48. It has a size of 12 and weight of 700. So font size of 12 and weight is bold. And then we have this one, the person, it has size of 10 and weight of 500. So the system size of 10 and weight, I guess it's medium. and then these all of these text and icon, it has white color, so we can use foreground color of white for the whole hashtag because everything in here is in white color. So our mountain code is almost complete. Now we can go to the home view and we can now write a scroll view because this is going to scroll horizontally if you have more categories, of course. So we need to use dot horizontal, and if you want you can display the indicators. I am just going to hide them, and then we need an hashtag because we are going to use for each and we want all the elements to stacked horizontally. So we are going to use a for each now, and for each now we have our data in the mock data service instance dot get categories, and then we have the category. And for the ID, because this for each needs an ID, so we need to provide an ID backslash dot. We can use maybe the name for the category because we believe it will be unique. So, and then within this we can use the category called view and provide our category. In the same way we can write another scroll view, and need to have a horizontal axis and indicators false. We need an hashtag in here, and then for each, and then again we need mock data service instance dot get mountains, and yeah, and for this we also need to provide an ID, so we can use maybe the backslash dot title because we believe the title will be unique, and then we can use mountain code view and provide our mountain instance. So I guess this is all. So yeah, looks fine. We just need to have padding, I guess. Yeah, we need to have the padding, so padding from top maybe 10, and then yeah, I guess we need padding from here as well, and let's just give to this one. And now we can open our canvas and see how this looks like. So our canvas is ready, and yeah, looks good. So if you want you can maybe increase the padding for this category, otherwise it looks fine. The only difference I can see is we may have used a different mountain, so just few things. We need to increase this, maybe have a vertical padding first, dot vertical as 5, and then maybe horizontal, sorry, maybe padding dot horizontal you can use 10, and then for the data mock data service we need to uh, change this mountains data because we want 2 and 1, so we just have to replace the images, and that's it. So now if right now the canvas is not reloading itself, but if you kind of force it to reload, like maybe test, so yeah, still not reloading. Anyway, so now if after the new reload you may notice that the images are in correct position because I think we just, while naming them, we just didn't use this, we just used, maybe downloaded this one first, so I was just under the impression this is the image 1, but it's actually the image 2. So that's all for this video, and if you have anything let me know in the comment, and I will see you in the next one.